All right, hey, welcome back. It's Rambir here with the Strength Method. Today, in the daily diary of gains, we're gonna go back into the MyFitnessPal and we're gonna take a look at what's going on. Remember, one of the big principles is that palm tree idea, right? Pliability, your ability to react or adapt to things that happen to you. Most people, they are not very adaptable. They're super rigid, which is why they break. Which is why even in a hurricane, palm trees can bend all the way down and still not break, right? Because they're pliable, they can adapt, right? And that's what we want to be. We don't want to be rigid. We want to be pliable, and that's a great way to, you know, I always say this is like the reason I make progress all the time and I'm always getting closer and closing the gap of where I want to be and where I am is because I'm not dependent on the perfect plan. Okay. I have a plan, but every single day there's multiple opportunities for that plan to break, right? And if I'm waiting for the perfect day or stretch of time for that for the plan to actually fit every single day, I'm going to be waiting for a long time, right? So instead, a better way to do this is the only way to close a gap is think more, did I adapt today? And so that's what the Dear Diary, the daily diary is all about, is showing you real situations every day in my life or in client lives where they adapt, okay? Because I think it's helpful to see this stuff rather than just have concepts. So today, let's go into this. Disappeared somewhere here. Let me just find myself. Okay. So today's situation, okay, is wanted to go to the movies, and well, actually, it was just kind of impromptu that we're gonna go to the movies. And if you're going to the movies, you're gonna want to eat some popcorn. Okay, so how do I stay on track? Because already, let's go here. Already this morning, I already had, as you can see here, a chocolate donut, and I already had 2 Metrics protein bars. So what I decided, and actually this is not here yet because I didn't do that yet. So here's how I go about this. Something that somebody might do is when they're given an opportunity or like, hey, do you want to go hang out? And they're just like, like they really want to go, but they know it's not going to be, they can't follow their plan as far as food and drinks go. So then they just kind of either throw it away or just be like, okay, I'll just start tomorrow. The point is they're not closing the gap. So let me show you what I think about in this situation, okay? First thing, here's my thought process. I want to still hit my targets. My priority is going to be on protein and then minimizing fat with that protein, because fat has 9 calories per gram, which makes it the highest calorie item as far as food density goes, right? Or calorie density. So carbs have 4 calories in a gram. Protein has 4 calories in a gram. And then we got 9 calories in a gram for fat. Alcohol, not this video, we're going to talk about it, but has 7 calories per gram, right? So anyways, I'm going to prioritize getting protein, minimizing my fat intake, so that then I have fat for, popcorn, but, then I also have extra calories there, right? So next, I want to know what I want at the movies. The thing that has calories in the movies that I'm going to eat is going to be popcorn. And I'm going to drink diet soda because it's delicious and it has 0 calories, okay? So let's go here. I'm going to show you some magic. See, a lot of people, they think that tracking stuff is like a problem. They think that tracking things is a big issue, and um, it's actually a beautiful thing when you actually know what you're doing, right? And so let's take a look here. So the same thing becomes fun and interesting. All right, so we're gonna take a look at, I'm assuming that this is a small popcorn. That's what my wife usually gets, okay, the small popcorn. And here's how easy this is, okay? The internet is a beautiful place, okay? So if we just search, we have literally AMC's nutritional information here, okay? What am I looking at? I'm looking at total fat here. I'm looking at total carbs here and total protein, okay? That's my numbers that I want to pay attention to, and then obviously they add up to 300 calories. So this is so easy, okay? And then I just kind of, this part is like where I kind of eyeball it as far as like, I'm gonna split that with my wife, okay? So very, very simple. If we wanted to go crazy and get medium, it's right there, but we're gonna stick with small. I'm assuming cameo means small because it's doing a cameo. It's not the main star, okay? Let's go back to MyFitnessPal and let's add that in right now, okay? Popcorn, AMC, cameo. Let's see what comes up. And see, I'll show you why I do it this way. Where like I didn't do everything else first. I put what I wanted first, and then I work my way around it. I'm not gonna do butter because that's gonna add a bunch of calories that I'm not really interested in, and it doesn't add enjoyment to me eating that. Because if you remember, that's what the food enjoyment matrix is all about, is balancing enjoyment with total calories. I don't know why this is not. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So to see this matches up. These numbers up here, 41, 13, 7, matches up with what AMC is saying, 41, 13, and 7. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go back here. If I wanted to, I could actually eat a whole bag myself. I am not gonna do that. I'm gonna say I'm gonna get half of it. So I'll put half a bag, boom, good to go. Now this is up here what I have left over. You can see 16, 97, and 112. So we're looking good right now. So what I'm gonna do next is I am going to add, so like I said, I'm gonna prioritize protein. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add muscle milk. And this is the one that I usually use, so that's why it comes up in my history. So I'm gonna say, let's do 2 of these, because I'm not gonna have time to cook, because I'm about to work. I'm about to coach some clients, so I don't have time to go and cook right now. And now let's take a look. Like, look at what we got. We still are looking, that's still really good. So what might end up happening is if my wife gets Raisinets, I might use those there. But what I'm thinking might happen is I might grab a hamburger on the way or with her afterwards. And let's take a look at what that does. Not bad. Okay, so then we're right there. So literally, I'm gonna leave it like that for right now because I think that's what I'm gonna do. And now if you see, like, that's quite a bit of food still. Like that, those 2 protein shakes are gonna fill me up big time. And then not to mention, I'm gonna have diet soda with this, so this is gonna be also, you know, that popcorn is gonna be just fine. If I wanted to, I could say no on the hamburger and then use those extra calories or carbs and fats for, let's say, Raisinets or something, okay? So we're gonna leave it like that. Big thing to just keep in mind, right? Like this stuff is so simple when you start to do it. Like people just, they make these assumptions, and that's why it's not easy. So that's why I want to do more of the Dear Diaries, to show that, the daily diaries, like how this actually applies, okay? So if we, just to go through some basics here, okay, inside the strength method, that's what, the thought process behind everything that I do and how I do it to make this easy, okay? Just reminder, like, being the palm tree is the key. You're not thinking about, did I follow the plan perfectly? Because that's almost never gonna happen. What you're thinking about is, did I adjust and adapt to the reality of today? That is your goal. And then, as always focusing on the food enjoyment matrix. Thinking about looking at food through the lens of the relationship between what's the calorie impact and what's my satisfaction and enjoyment level, right? So for me, very easy for me to say that that hamburger, I could, it can move around. Like, I could say, like, I'll enjoy it for that situation. And so that's another thing, is like, during different situations, different foods might fall differently in as far as enjoyment goes. So their impact on calories can change, right? Depending on if you make it yourself, but then their enjoyment can change as well, because in this situation, I might really enjoy grabbing a hamburger on the way so that, I have something to eat. In another situation, maybe I wouldn't do that and it wouldn't be as enjoying. I wouldn't enjoy it as much, right? So that's it. We're gonna leave it at that. Just a reminder, like, there's the 3 phases of the strength method nutrition protocol, and those really kind of bring to life the food enjoyment matrix, which is how we look at everything, right? And these are the frameworks that I work on with my clients, that I use myself, that has allowed me to pretty much stay lean all year round for the last 10 years. So if you have questions, let me know. Hopefully this was helpful. And I will see you in the next edition. And if you want coaching, if you want me to actually help you with this, that's what my coaching program is for. Send me a message on Instagram at rambier.sangera, and let's stay strong.